Good morning to our Cahaba family. Tomorrow will be our first day of school, so we want to give you a little bit of information. Most of this will be for our blended A and A students, but we also want to encourage our students who chose option B and C to stay in touch with your school. Make sure that you're checking out all the news that's going on around here, because you are still a part of Cahaba. So I have Miss Rosetta here this morning, our wonderful assistant principal, for those of you who have not met her. And I think I saw Officer Antonio, our brand new SRO that is going to be here this year. So I hear you like to eat lunch with kids too?
I do.
Okay, well he's coming to us from the middle school. So I know that the wonderful elementary kids of Cahaba have a lot to teach you. So,
Eager to learn and glad to be here.
I know you're busy. He's got to walk around the building. He's checking all our doors and making sure everything's ready for you guys to come. So Miss Rosetta and I are going to just talk to you about some of the things that are going to go on tomorrow, and then again, especially Monday when everybody comes to school. I guess everybody's heard about a staggered start, and you got the letters of the alphabet and you go by your last name, so that way you'll know who's coming Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, so we can practice some of these new things. So communication is a really big deal around here, and we communicate in a lot of different ways, but our biggest way is probably email. We send out so many things through our distribution list. So make certain that your teacher has the correct email that you want all of this stuff coming to. They pull it from your registration, but if you put in 2 different emails or something, you may want to check that. Also, we have a Facebook page, Cahaba Elementary, that we use to give some information about things that are upcoming, but I like to post a lot of pictures too. So just to let you know, parents know what's going on up here, because it makes me really sad, and I know it does Miss Rosetta too, that we can't have visitors in our building this year. We're so accustomed to parents coming in at lunch, helping us with things like our pay setter parties and different things, but we've got to figure out how to do this without support inside the walls. So we'll be okay, but and we're going to try to make sure we push out a lot of information to y'all so you know what's going on. See, occasionally we send out messages. Is that thing called Blackboard?
Yeah, Blackboard notification system.
And that comes in a text.
Email.
When we send those out, it's something that's kind of time sensitive, and we're trying to get you information pretty quickly. Like, I can't allow walkers and bikers because it's thundering and lightning. So things like that we'll send out through Blackboard, and also post on Facebook and email, trying to make sure that everybody knows. Let's see, so your students come to school in 4 ways. I'm going to say bikers and walkers are 2 different ways. Then we have a car line, and we have the buses. So Miss Rosetta is always out here with the buses in the morning. Are we changing out anything, or what's that?
Yeah, we're going to change where the buses are dropping off. This year, the buses are going to drop off right in front of the historic entrance, right before the crosswalk. And then the kids are going to come in through this door this year. And then they're going to spread out and go to their designated locations in the building. We have different zones that we have for each grade level, so that we're keeping them within just different cohorts for safe distancing purposes. And then our, can we keep going?
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
And then our walkers, they're going to come across this crosswalk as well and go in through here. Officer Antonio and I will be out here along with some teachers helping monitor the crosswalk and vehicles and making sure that your children get across the crosswalk safely, because parents, we really have to ask that you stay on the other side in the main city mall area, because this is the school property. We can't allow any visitors across on the lawn.
Once you cross over that street, you are on school property, and if you're on school property, you're a visitor. So that means we have to have sign in and all that stuff. So we meet our kids, right? They walk off across that street, they can wave at you, we'll all wave at you, and then we'll get them inside. I have some empathy and sadness in my heart for our new kindergarten parents that cannot come into our building and see exactly where their students are going. Most of them, I think, will be in the car line. I think.
Maybe.
I know some of them will be walkers because we got lots of siblings here too. So you come with your older brother or sister, and we don't worry about you as much because you've already been up here for our back to school nights, for all of our stuff that goes on. But these new friends that are coming here for the very first time, if you're dropping them off, parents, in our car line, I promise you there are going to be teachers standing out there that is ready. They're ready to take their little hand and they're going to walk them right in the building, and they are going to meet their teacher. We're going to make sure that everything is all warm and fuzzy and happy, and they're comforted, and they're if they are not happy and we're having problems, you'll hear from us because we don't want them to be here and be that way. So I promise you we're going to take care of them. Let's see. I guess we're going to skip all the way to dismissal because I want to talk about that a minute. It's going to be a little different this year, and then I'm afraid it's going to take longer.
Yeah,
It may not. We may be planning for the worst case scenario, but with arrival, everybody comes in staggered between the car line starts at 7:20. Buses drop off a little after 7:20, and you're late if you're not in your classroom at 8 o'clock. So that's a long time to stagger people in and out of the building. But when the bell rings, everybody that's in there wants out at one time. So we have to do it in a staggered fashion. So we'll start at 3 o'clock. We can't start earlier, so we're going to start right at 3 o'clock, and we're going to have to do different waves of dismissal so we don't have really crowded hallways. And your students may come out of strange doors that they're not used to. Behind the building, kind of in the middle, is our playground, and we have a door in the middle of the building that goes right out to the playground. So some of them are even going to be exiting into there and coming around to come outside. So be patient with us on these first days of dismissal because it's going to take a minute. We start with walkers and bikers and our littles first because it just makes it much safer and easier to get them all over across the street before any of the car and bus traffic starts moving. The last set of folks to come out are the car riders. And those are the ones that are sometimes the most impatient sitting in our car line. So make sure that you get your cup of patience going for that. The first 3 days, you'll be fooled into thinking it's going to be quick because we're going to have the fewer numbers. But it may take a minute the next week to get all that done. When you see your child, some people will honk their horn and say, "Come on." And we don't load cars until all the cars are stopped. So they're all stopped, and then we say, "Load them up," and everybody loads up at once. So we don't have any traffic moving while students are trying to get in and out of cars. So that takes a little bit of time too. If y'all hear that siren, it's not coming here. Let's see. I have this written down, so I'll quiz you. I'm going to quiz you.
Quiz me.
What are
Okay.
some things that we need to remember to bring to school this year?
I think the first thing we need to bring is just kindness.
Oh, that's a good one.
Right
Bring
in
your
your time, but
kindness,
really
okay.
patience for our kids.
They need water bottles this
Water
year.
bottles. We're going to be refilling water bottles at the water fountains. We have purchased 3 water fillers that we're going to be installing, but they're not here yet. So in the meantime, we're going to have them use the water fountains with the water bottles. We're not going to allow them to drink from the water fountain directly. And the teachers will be there to help regulate that.
Right. And put their name on it. You need
I'm getting quizzed here. You need a mask, okay? Please always have a mask. They are required for the 2nd graders or the 5th graders. And we still ask that our kindergarten, 1st graders have one available because there may be times where it'll just be better if they could mask. I mean, we're not going to require it, but we like for them to have them on them if possible.
one of the teachers reminded me, everybody needs earbuds.
Earbuds, yeah.
We use Chromebooks up here. Every student will be assigned a Chromebook. They're not going to share them, so all their germs will be on their own Chromebook. And they need earbuds, so we don't share anything like that. We're not going to share headphones or stuff like that. So make sure that you send them with some earbuds too.
With their name on them.
Yes, with your name. We have a new nurse this year.
We do.
And she, as you can imagine, is extremely busy.
Mm-hmm.
So I do not see her around right now. But she
Right,
is
step ready.
going to take up medicine. Some of our friends need to take medicine during the day at school. She's going to be like out in the car line Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday morning from 7:15 to 8. So after you go through the car line and drop your child off, if you want to park, you can meet her. She's gonna have like a table or something set up out there so she can take any medication. It has to come in an original bottle, and I think
There's a form that we have to fill out too.
and the
It
doctor
does say
has
there's
to
a doctor
sign it.
information on it.
Mhm.
Most of you though have done that before, and if you're new, we'll walk you through it. It's no big deal.
I'm getting close to the end. Can you think of anything I'm forgetting? I think we're covering
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
But the great thing about Cahaba is most of our communities are really close together. So if you've never been here before, I bet you can find someone that has. And they are a great resource.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I bet they respond quicker than we do to email because we have been slammed with a
Yeah.
lot going on the last couple of weeks. Let's see, Dr. Neal said this yesterday. She sent us all a video. And she said, please tell our parents that as of today, there is no COVID illness inside of Trustful City Schools building. So we're urging you, please, if you even think that your child may have a symptom, keep them home and get it checked out before you send them to school. We don't want to spread this stuff. We feel fortunate that we work with a population that right now the scientists are saying they don't spread it as much as some of the older people. But y'all, it changes every day.
Every day.
The
So
rules
fast.
and the knowledge and what we know about this virus changes all the time. So some of the things we're doing, I'm thinking, I don't know if it matters or not, but we might as well do it because
Worth
it
a try.
may. You know, it may matter. But if you have any other questions or anything, like I said, it's probably quicker to reach out to a neighbor, but also reach out to us. You should hear, even our virtual students, your teachers will be posting videos today if they haven't already. Then you'll be getting started tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
You'll be hearing from them. I've already heard some of them are trying to set up Zoom meetings with all of their students, so you can meet your teacher that way. I can't think of anything
Me
else.
neither. I'm just so excited that we get to have the kids back, and
I know.
I know the
me
teachers are
too.
thrilled. So.
We are excited,
Mhm.
excited to see all of you.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.